definitely need to film today, but this is the state of my office. I've got jackets, I've got mail like here and here, I've got wedding stuff, my makeup I still haven't unpacked from Vegas, I've got like a disaster over here, Leo made a mess with the food. I'm like, before I can film anything, we need to do a little cleaning. So I figured this would be a fun way to start the vlog. So welcome to another vlog. We're gonna clean together. I am going to give you an update on some books that I've been reading, but we need to start here. But before I do a little time lapse of cleaning, I just want to say welcome to another vlog. How are you guys? I feel like I've been kind of in a filming rut. I'm not even gonna lie. I just didn't know what to film, and then I just like wouldn't take action on doing any filming, and so I just felt like blah about it because I just didn't know what content to create. But then the last couple days my brain was just like, oh my gosh, we should do this video and this type of video and this, and you need to vlog this. And so my brain last night before I went to bed was like jotting all this stuff down. So be ready for some good content. I've got lots of things coming for you guys. But yeah, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Wedding planning has been stressing me out. I think that's also been adding to how I've been feeling because we've been going through a lot. I feel like I want to make a video on that, but I'm not sure. I have it on my list to film, like things that went wrong while we were wedding planning, or like my advice for you. So if you want to see that, let me know. But thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Anytime you click on any of my videos, it just supports me and my channel, or any of the links in my description box. They're all commissionable. I always want to be upfront about that. I earn a little bit of commission if you click on any of them, and like I said, it just supports me and my channel. So I appreciate you being here. If you click subscribe, hit the bell, it just notifies you anytime I upload. Again, that's always free. It just means that you'll see more of my videos in your feed when I upload. But yeah, let's get into the much needed cleaning that this office needs. So I showed you the before, so I figured I should show you the after. It feels so much better, so much cleaner. We had 3 of these, and only one of them actually had litter in it, so I took the other 3 out to the garage. Gary repurposes them, so we keep them. The trash will go out today because the trash guy comes tomorrow, but I got this all decluttered and cleaned. I even did a little bit in the closet. Not going to show you that because it's still a disaster. But overall, I vacuumed, like the vacuum lines. Love it, but oh my gosh, it just feels so much better. Like I feel so, like a clear head when I have a clear space, which is great. Okay, so I'm in front of my books, so we're gonna talk books I've read since we last caught up. So when we last caught up, we went over January and February, so now we have March, April, May to cover. I'm trying to like do this periodically so that like by the end of the year I'm not like trying to explain each book that I've read, because I feel like it's easier to do it this way. And I do love to read, but I also have a lot going on right now. Literally wedding planning. I have a YouTube channel to upkeep. I literally, I have an Arbonne business, so I have business on social media. I love sharing. I love creating content, but that takes a lot of time. And so yes, while I do love reading and I do prioritize it every day, I just realized she's sitting over here. She's so sweet. I do prioritize reading every single day before I go to bed. Like, it's just my way to unwind and relax, and it really like puts me to sleep. Like, that sounds terrible, but like it really helps me relax to the point where like I'll fall asleep. But that being said, most of my free time besides before bed is based on my businesses and YouTube and wedding. And so the last couple months I've only read 2 books each. So in March I read 4 books, April I read 2, and May I read 2. I've also been reading the Royal Elite series. I have the like special edition trilogy, like what I want to say, special edition trilogy like series books. I don't know, but I have the special editions. But they're like 300 pages, 400 pages each, so they've been taking me a little bit longer to get through. But I just want to go over the books I've read, so let me back up to March here. I've read 4 books. So last time we caught up, I was reading the Devaney Perry series. So I finished those in March. I read The Bully, The Brawl, and The Brood. I don't know how to say that word. So let me read about, the first one was The Bully. So The Bully is about Nellie Riviera. She's trading traffic for tranquility. When the quiet streets of a small town Montana beckon, she leaves Denver behind and moves to Calamity. Okay, yes, I remember this one. So it would not be the perfect adventure if not for Cal Stark. When her arch nemesis dares to show his face one Saturday morning, declaring he's moving there too, she vows to make his life a misery. The town isn't big enough for the both of them, and besides, she was here first. So this one is pretty good. So this one, I rated it 5 out of 5. So this one was good. It's enemies to lovers. There's a lot of like trying to manipulate each other to leave, because obviously she wants to be there because her friend is there, and he wants to be there because he has friends there as well. So they fight back and forth, enemies to lovers, you know, and then they have a one-night stand and they're like, that's it, we're not doing this again, and it comes into more. Of course, we love that. I'm a romance reader. I love that the romance books always end with a happy ending. Like, I love that. So read The Bully. And then The Brawl is on Ronan Thatcher's first week in Montana. He spots the most beautiful woman in the world. Love at first sight? Nah, he doesn't believe in love, but he wouldn't mind a date or two with the local beauty. Ronan is the type of man who gets what he wants, and he wants Lark Hale. Oh my gosh, yes, I remember this one. Except Calamity's sweetheart has sworn off men. The last time Ronan was rejected was, well, never. Yet Lark dismisses him, yet without batting those pretty brown eyes. Okay. So this one is so good. I really enjoyed this one. Honestly, I think I rated it 5 out of 5. And honestly, if I had to rate them again, the last one I just talked about, I'd rate it 4 out of 5. This one was a lot better, so I would rate this one 5 out of 5. What you doing there, girlfriend? Missy girl. Anyways, okay, so this one's about Lark. So Lark is a teacher, and oh my gosh, I don't want to say too much without giving it away, but it's so good. So Ronan is actually a new lawyer in town, and a student who's 17, I think she's 17, comes into his office and wants to sue the teacher. And the teacher is Lark, the one that he wants to date. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. You have to read that one. Like, oh my gosh, really enjoyed that one. Okay, so I read that one, and then let me see what so then the next one in the series is the Brood, the word I can't pronounce. So this one, the last thing Wilder Abbott needs is a house guest. Solitude has been his companion for nearly a decade. He prefers to brood, I don't know how to say that word, over his mistakes in seclusion. Besides, he gets enough social interaction at his high school science as a high school science teacher in Calamity, Montana. So when you learn about Lark's story in the previous book, you learn about this teacher that is her son, room across from her is the science teacher, and he's treating her like crap, and like she doesn't understand why he's the way he is. And so in this book you learn more about his story and why he's in Calamity and why he didn't want to, like, why he treats her the way he does. This one I put 4.5 out of 5. It was a slower pace than I wanted, and it took me a little bit longer to finish. He owes a friend a favor, and so what he does is his sister, his friend's sister comes to live with him, and she's like an influencer, so she like takes a bunch of pictures and videos and stuff, and they end up intermingling, of course, because they're under the same roof. And he's kind of a grumpy sunshine, so I do love a good grumpy sunshine. And he's also a widow, so that's another thing that plays into it. So that was all for the, is it the Calamity series? Yeah, Calamity Montana series from Devney Perry. I really love Devney Perry's. Like, if you're not huge on romance, I feel like her books are good because they're not, I mean, they're spicy, but not super spicy. I've definitely read spicier books. If that's, you know, again, if that's not your thing, I definitely would recommend starting with her. I do really enjoy her books. So, like, that series was really good. I love this series. I know I talked about them last time. It's the, like, Tin Queen, Fallen, like Steel King, The Fallen Jester. Like, I can't think of what the name of that series is, but I'll put a picture of it here. So again, if you don't know where to start, and if you want to start with something that maybe isn't super spicy because maybe you don't know if romance is your cup of tea, that's where I would start. Okay, so those are the 3 books I read, plus there's one more. So the last one that I read in, what month are we in? March? Yeah, the last one I read in March was Pretty Rings and Broken Things by Kat Singleton. So this was a second book to pretty, well, let me look up the first book because honestly I can't remember what it was called. Duh. Black Ties and White Lies. I read that one, and then they came out with Pretty Rings and Broken Things. I think it came out in March. So I was like, immediately after I was going to read the Calamity Montana series, I was going to go into this one. So I feel like this one is very similar to the first book. If you really like the first book, you might like the second book, but to me, I rated it 4.5 out of 5 because I just felt like it was kind of the same story, in my opinion. I said I enjoyed this book, but in all honesty, it's very, very similar to the first book, but with different characters. Not saying that it wasn't good, but for the second book, I was hoping for a little bit of different scenario. And I feel like usually when you're reading a romance novel, you're going from one person to the next person, whatever. And sometimes, like the books I'm reading now, it's 3 books for one person. But still, I just felt like it needed more. It was forced marriage, billionaire. Let's read a little bit about it. So Pretty Rings can't always fix broken things. Unfortunately, that doesn't stop powerful men from trying, which is why instead of getting the wedding I'd always dreamed of, I was forced to marry the heir of our rival company and join the family that we've hated for generations. An arranged marriage to make our problems disappear. So I do remember that she had some scandal happen and she had to marry him because they had to cover it up for their family. And then you learn more about that, and you know. So again, like I said, I'm not saying that it wasn't good. I just felt like it was very similar to the first book. So just so you are aware. Okay, so that was all for my March books. So then in April I read 2, in May I read 2. So in April I read, they're both Corinne Michaels, Forbidden Hearts and Broken Dreams. So Forbidden Hearts, I do remember this. I love this one. This one was a 5 out of 5 for me. My battery's gonna die. Hang on. I'm not really sure if that's the same angle, and if it looks different, I'm sorry. My battery was flashing that I was dying, so I was like, ah, crap. Okay, so back to where I was. So I do remember this one. This one's Forbidden Hearts, like I said. So it says, the first rule of being a nanny, don't fall for the single dad, even if he's smoking hot. But that's exactly what happens when grumpy small-town sheriff Asher Whitlock reluctantly hires me to take care of his daughter for the summer. Neither of us are thrilled with the arrangement, but he's desperate for help and I need the money for grad school this fall. All we wanted to do was keep our distance and remain professional. Turns out that's easier said than done. Instead of focusing on my future, all I see is a strong jawline, crystal blue eyes, rock hard body right in front of me. We try to resist each other, but we end up crossing every line until I'm in his bed. Okay, I love this one. So this one is like adult / minor relationship. So if you don't like that, this is not your cup of tea. It also like has a trigger warning that that talks of infidelity and pregnancy. So just so you're aware, this is a single dad, nanny / boss and cop like trope. I loved this one. So I love a good single dad romance. I'm not gonna lie to you. So good. I think I read this one because I have the special edition. Oh, I do. See, Forbidden Hearts. Isn't it so cute? This is a special edition, so this is not what it, you know, normally looks like. The back says the heart wants what it wants and it often doesn't lose. Oh, this is why I read it, because I bought this special edition and had never read it. One thing I love about buying like the special editions is that it like gets me into like reading books that I haven't read. I'm like, ooh, okay. So like, I don't know if you follow, I'll put her username here if you want to follow her. It's Fit Teacher Rachel on Instagram. She does special edition boxes quite a bit, and that's where I've been getting most of mine. And again, like I know she loves them and I love a lot of her recommendations. So when she does these special edition boxes, I usually get the books whether I've read them or not, and then I'll eventually read them and obviously love them because I love her recommendations. So that one was really super good. Absolutely love that. And then I read the second book in the series, which was Broken Dreams. So this one, so again, this is very similar to the Devaney series, where you learn about a lot of people in the town, and then you, like, the second book is like either somebody related or somebody in the town. This one, oh my gosh, you guys, like I love this one too. This is also single dad, and he meets he meets a woman when they're dropping off their kids for like preschool or kindergarten or something, and they're both widows, which is so sad, but it's like they come together and they relate on that. And you know, so like I'll read a little bit. It says, what could possibly go wrong? Fake dating the gorgeous single dad in a small town? The answer, you fall for him. It started out perfectly. Grady Whitlock needed a +1 for his business meetings, and I needed a date for my wedding. We had a plan. It was a good one until it wasn't. I was not supposed to have feelings for him. I was not going to let my heart race when his soulful blue eyes stared into mine. No way should I have noticed his smile or the dimple on his right cheek or his strong arms when he held me close. I especially wasn't going to melt when I saw him play with my daughter. Most of all, I was not going to sleep with him. Nope, none of that was supposed to happen, but it does. So this one, again, they're both single parents, they're widows, so he's wanting to get like this business loan because he is starting this new business, but a lot of the people that he's met with about this business loan wanted him to have a significant other. Like, that sounds super crappy, but they did. And she needed a date for a wedding like back in her hometown because she moved to this town after her husband passed away. And so they both agreed that they would pretend a date so that he could get the business loan that he needed, and then they would go to the wedding with her. So those were the two that I read in April. I'm like, what the heck am I trying to talk about? Those are the two I read in April. Broken Dreams and Forbidden Hearts and Broken Dreams. So those are the two I read in April. So then I had two in May. So the two I had in May was the third book in this series by Corrine Michaels, is Tempting Promises. So this one is Enemies to Lovers, which you guys know I love. So let me read about this one. So this one is, what's the worst thing you could do when you're stranded in the woods with your rival? Sleep with him. That's why. Not only is Rowan Whitlock my sister's ex, but we're both vying for the contract that would save my family farm. So why did it have to be Rowan who came to the rescue after I fell on a remote hiking trail when the weather turned out unexpectedly? We were forced to find shelter and ride out the storm. Only that wasn't the only thing I ended up writing. Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah, so this one is their enemies, right? So she has a family farm and he has a family farm, and he bought this extra land that she wanted. And then there's like contract that they're both going for, that they both want, and her farm is like at risk of going under, and then again they go on this to the same party, and she goes out hiking and gets stuck, and he goes to find her, and then they get stuck in this like shelter thing, where they have to build their own fire and figure out food. And again, like I said, it's not the only thing she ends up writing, but that one was very good. I rated that one 4.5 out of 5. And then I started the new series that I'm reading is The Deviant King. This is by, I think it's Rena Kent. Yeah, Rena Kent. Deviant King is what it's called. Let me figure out, I don't have this one. I didn't write up my review for this one yet, so let me look up a summary here. So here's a little bit of a summary. This one is not for the faint of heart. He does bully her a little bit and stuff, so you do, like, if that is something that you cannot read, this is not for you. But this is what it says. The hero is a huge jerk and a big bully and completely obsessed with his heroine, Elsa Quinn. First he bullies her by turning the whole school against her on her first day. Then later he bullies her into almost everything she does. She sees emptiness in his eyes and she knows he has something dark inside of him. So the first 3 books in this series are all about Elsa and Aiden. So they have a huge like backstory. They're also enemies to lovers because they're both families are like big business owners. Or no, not business owners. I think they're both part of like Parliament or something. I don't know. They're big people in London, I believe. Anyways, so they're big people, super popular, and their families don't like each other. They were competing for business for a very long time. And she lives with her aunt and uncle because her dad there was a fire and their house burned a little bit, and you learn all about that. But she lives with her aunt and uncle because her mom shot herself and her dad was in a coma after this fire. And so again, you learn all about that, and I don't want to give any spoilers because I'm not that type. I hate people who give spoilers. But it's been so good. I just finished the 2nd and 3rd book. I don't think I just finished May. Did I? Well, it says I only finished the first one in May, so I must have read the other 2 pretty quickly. Because I know I'm on book 4 now, which is now her friend. So you learn about them too. So yeah, I've read Deviant King is what I finished in May, and then I've read Steel Princess and Twisted Kingdom. Which I'm surprised I read those 2 so fast, but they're very good, and I tend to read those pretty quickly when they're good. But that's a little update on my reading. So we got into Deviant King, and I'll get into the other 2 once I write up reviews, and we'll get into those in the next few months. Because again, like I said, I want to keep up with this like every quarter or so often, so that I'm not having to like cram them all into one video or something. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy me sharing about books. It just gives me a good outlet, and I love like when I'm with my sisters and my mom, we're always like, "Ooh, what are you reading? What's it about?" What, you know. So I love being able to share that with you guys too. Good morning. I made protein coffee with my Starbucks. I just got a grande iced coffee with 3 sugar-free vanilla and half and half, and then I used my Arbonne coffee essential meal with 8 ounces of almond milk. I made my protein coffee. It is so yummy. Also, if you didn't know, Starbucks now has like nugget ice, which I love. Gary, like, we should just buy bags of it from like Sonic, and I was like, let's do it, because nugget ice makers are expensive. But I wanted to show you a couple things I've been doing recently when it comes to like my makeup. I mean, I haven't been doing like anything crazy, let's be real, but I have been going in with this Refi primer. I still have been really liking this. It's just Glow and Sculpt, and I just like, I kind of use it as like a moisturizer, because like that's what it feels like to me. I don't know if it's really like a primer. I don't think it like makes my makeup last longer or anything, but after that, this is the step I've been going in with. So this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Filter and the Arbonne Derm Results Soft Focus Veil SPF. So what I'll do is I'll put the e.l.f. all over my face, and then I will go in with the SPF and just rub it in. I feel like it just gives me the glow that I want. And I feel like maybe it's just me, but like in the summertime I want more of a glow, because you're gonna be sweating. So if you already have a glow, it's not gonna look like sweat. Maybe I'm just like overthinking that, but so like I'll show you. So I go in, just put some everywhere. And then I take this on my fingers. I just take like a big glob of it. And it's pretty thick compared to like others. Like, I don't know if you can tell. But then I'll just like literally just rub it in. Because this is not meant to be a glowy SPF. So when I mix it with the e.l.f., I feel like it just gives it, again, that like most perfect glow. Oh, so good. But it gets all over my hands. I should go wash them. Okay, one second. Can I just let it like sink in a little bit? Or like just set, I don't know, for a little bit. And then I'll go in with concealer. I've also been, I don't know, I've been struggling with creasing under my under eyes like really bad. And I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it's warmer and humid, but I've been using this Essence Keep Me Covered again. I think it's okay. I don't think it is as long wearing as like it might portray, but I just go in with a little bit of this to cover like my dark circles down here. Also, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that this ColourPop tinted moisturizer has been like my go-to, but I've been back into using this Revlon one. I'll read it to you. It's the Skin Caring Foundation. So if you're wanting like pretty light coverage, go with this. If you're wanting more light to medium, go with this. I feel like they both have a really good finish on the skin, but I feel like the Revlon one just gives my skin a little bit more coverage. And so like if that's what I'm looking for, that's what I'll go for. And I'm running out of the ColourPop, so I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to start using the other products that I have. And how sad is that, right? Like, dang it, like, I've been just reaching for the ColourPop, but I feel like it just gives, it's still, like, it's, like, a very similar finish. I think that's why I like them so much. They're both, like, glowy and, like, healthy, and you can still see your skin. Like, I just don't need full coverage all the time. Like, I like full coverage, but for every day, not really my thing. I will do full coverage for, like, events and stuff, but every day I just like a good, like, subtle glow. See, it's just like the perfect summer combination with the e.l.f. and then the SPF and then the Revlon. I feel like it just looks really nice and really natural, at least in my opinion. I also don't think I've shown you guys this. So this is the Arbonne Elevate Mascara. Like, they are reformulating a lot of our like makeup products, which is great because a lot of like shades and stuff are out of stock. But I have to show you this mascara. It's a pretty wet formula, so I have to be pretty careful because it gets on top of my lid all the time. But the results are like, I'm in love. So let me just show you. Look at that. Like, obviously without and with. Like, it just does so much for my lashes. Like, it just lengthens, it volumizes, like, it's just night and day difference. And I don't have to curl my lashes. I'm pretty blessed in that department, but even if I did, I think it would just add. But you could just curl and then, oh my gosh, I'm like obsessed with it. And this is like, and obviously it's from Arbonne. So Arbonne is super clean. Like, we ban over 2,000 ingredients that the US doesn't in all of our products, and so I think that's pretty good too. And I also feel like when I'm wearing it throughout the day, if I touch it, it's not crunchy. Like, if you wear makeup, you probably know what I mean. When you touch it, it feels like my lashes. Like, it doesn't feel like crunchy and hard like most mascaras make it feel, and it's super easy to take off at night too, which obviously I appreciate. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm really like obsessed with this. It's like the only mascara I've been wearing consistently like lately because it just is so dang good, and I love how it looks on my lashes. But anyways, now I'm ready for the day. I need to go make some breakfast along with my protein coffee, and then I have to work today. It should be illegal to work on a Saturday in the corporate world. Which it's fine, it's only 4 hours, so I can't complain. But so I have to work, and then I think I'm just gonna lay outside for a little bit because the two people that live in apartments here that have a pool are both busy. So I'm just gonna go tan in my backyard and read probably because my Bachelorette is in like 2 weeks and I am still pretty pale. And our Airbnb that we got for the Bachelorette has a pool. So I'm like, I need to get a little bit of color on the skin before we go because we'll probably have most of all day. We're driving down on the 4th of July, and then we'll be there through the weekend. So the 4th of July lands on a Thursday, so we will get there at like, I think check-in's at like 3, so we can spend time outside on the 4th of July, and then we have all day Friday where we can do grocery shopping and set up, but then we can also just lounge by the pool, and then all day Saturday. So like, definitely need some color on the skin before we go down for that. But I also have some Bachelorette goodies that I bought on Amazon coming today. So if it's not too late, it says by 9 p.m. and usually that means by like 8:30. So if it's not too late, I'll share them today, or I'll just share them tomorrow morning with you guys. But yeah, I look a little hot mess express, but we just went to the pool. We were there for about a couple hours just laying out in the sun. I'm trying to get a little bit of sun before the bachelorette party, but we'll see if that really happens. But my packages came while we were there, so I thought we'd open them together. So one of the things I wanted to do is get a cute like floaty. So I got this cute pink ring floaty, and then I got a bunch of these like little drink floaties. There's a bunch of different ones, like donuts, there's flamingos, there's a pineapple, so that you can just put your like drink in the center and then it'll float on the pool. I thought that was super cute. And then I got this little like charger. It's like a portable charger. The one I have was like the popular one, but it actually got discontinued, so I've been needing a new one. Okay, and then I picked up this. So this is called Relight. This is like 0 sugar hydration powder. So most of like the electrolyte powders have a lot of sugar, but this one literally has 0 sugars, which is just supposed to be better. And one of my friends drinks this regularly, and she said to get the strawberry lemonade or the mixed berry. So I got the strawberry lemonade, and this has 60 servings, not 6. But I know at the Bachelorette they're gonna do a hydration station, and obviously we're probably not gonna be the best drinking water. And if you know, electrolytes are also good for hangovers. So I'm pretty sure it's this video my camera battery died, so this is the second time it's died in this vlog, but that's okay. And then I got this. This was literally like $8. You can use this for like balloons, which we'll probably do at the like bridal shower, but also you can use it for floaties, which it comes in handy because I don't want to like have to blow up all the like floaties. And then I got this cute bag, like crossbody bag that says bride. It's white, super cute. And then I got this towel. Let's open it. So all the girls will be in pink swimsuits and I will be in white, obviously because I'm the bride. But I got this cute towel. It's pink and white and it says bride. Oh, I love it. I need to wash it, obviously, and it feels pretty thin. So if you're wanting a thick like beach towel, this is not it. But I thought it'd be cute even for like the chair or something. But yeah, so that's my little Bachelorette haul. I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. I know it's kind of been a lengthy vlog already with like my book talk and things like that, but I'm so glad you guys, you know, decided to watch my video. If you've watched it all the way through, I appreciate you. Thank you. I hope you stick around, subscribe. I do a lot of makeup vlogs, random videos, etc. So I hope you stick around, but I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.